It's midday. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Citi Prime News, live from our studios at Adabaka in Accra. My name is Caleb Kuda. Coming up over the next 30 minutes, 3 persons dead, with 2 others critically injured after they were shot in an inter-ethnic conflict in the Upper East regional town of Binduri. Also coming up.
The compulsory use of mother tongue as a medium of instruction in our public basic schools is confined to KG up to primary 3.
Education Ministry clarifies directive to use mother tongue for teaching following uproar over the matter. Also, Ghana TVET service suspends heads of 3 technical institutions for allegedly imposing unapproved fees including admission, boarding and PTA. And later,
so we are grateful for you to come all the way from Accra to Tamale here to showcase our local products here to the world, and our people are so happy.
Patrons and exhibitors commend Citi FM and Channel 1 Television for a well-organized maiden edition of the Northern Business Fair in Tamale over the weekend. All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is live across the country. In the Western region, we are live on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky Power 93.5 FM, both in Takrad. In the Bono region, this is Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In the Ashanti region, we are live on Adjenipa 99.9 FM in Carrier. In the Volta region, this is Heritage 107.3 FM Hohoi, Freedom 88.1 FM Sogakopa. In the Northern region, you're listening to us on Radio Gaki 88.3 FM in Saboba. Hello to you on Quality 88.7 FM in Garu in the Upper East region, as well as Mike 105.3 FM in Navrongo. In the Northeast region, this is Nobia 98.1 FM in Nalerugu. Around the world, we are live on citinewsroom.com.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for making a date with us. To the details of the stories now, and the Executive Director of the Institute for Education Studies, Dr. Peter Anti, has described the government's directive for schools to adopt mother tongue instruction as a blanket and unclear approach. Speaking to Citi News, he said the Education Ministry must consult stakeholders and issue clear implementation guidelines. Dr. Anti warned that the policy could face challenges since many students now communicate more fluently in English than in their local languages.
We say that the L1 is the child's first language that he's introduced to. You know that in most families, now the first language of the child is English. So what's the point now? The language that is introduced to the child first is English, and the child is going to school and the child is going to use English. That becomes the child's L1. So I think that there are a whole lot of dimensions around this thing. There are a lot of challenges around this policy. We need to have a comprehensive discussion, and then we will be able to come at settle at a position that is progressive, and that will be easy to implement. I think that is the way that the ministry should look at this situation, and not just a blanket statement of everybody should use the local language, because there are a lot of challenges with that particular approach.
Dr. Peter Anti is Executive Director of the Institute for Education Studies. Will stay with the issue of the mother tongue as a mode of instruction, and a lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Joyce Teria Mensah, has warned that the use of local languages in basic schools will fail without proper teacher preparation and training. Her comments follow the Education Minister's call for schools to adapt mother language as a mode of instruction at the basic level. Speaking on the Citi Breakfast Show, she said Ghana's bilingual teaching policy largely exists on paper due to inadequate resources and teacher capacity.
I will start from even the training of the teachers, because if we train them with for them to have the skill, they can make some of these materials themselves. So, like making books, using the local material to make books. If we train the teacher, they can do that. But we need some from the government to also complement whatever the teachers are doing. But if we have not trained the people, if we have not trained the teachers, even if you have the material, how will they use it? So this issue is very, very, if we want to use it, then we need to train the implementers very well. Most of the teachers need the skill, the knowledge and the skill. And some don't even understand the concept itself. If you go to especially our early years, because we say the policy says mother tongue, some teachers are speaking local language.
Dr. Joyce Teria Mensah is a lecturer with the Department of Basic Education at the University of Cape Coast. Now, following public backlash, the Ministry of Education has clarified that the use of Ghanaian languages as the medium of instruction applies only from kindergarten to primary 3 and not across all basic school levels. Speaking at the launch of the Foundational Learning Action Tracker, Deputy Education Minister Dr. Clement Apak said the clarification was necessary to address the ongoing discussions.
The Honorable Minister for Education, Harun Idris, has asked me to clarify that the policy directive he announced on Friday regarding the compulsory use of mother tongue as a medium of instruction in our public basic schools is confined, emphasis, confined to KG up to primary 3. In other words, KG and lower primary.
Dr. Clement Apak is Deputy Education Minister. Now, Child Rights International is urging the government to codify rules governing the discipline of children in schools. The organization says discipline is vital for order and character development, but must not violate children's rights to education. Speaking to Citi News amid public debate over haircut rules, Executive Director of Child Rights International, Bright Appear, expressed concern about the absence of clear national standards guiding how discipline should be applied in schools.
As a country, we don't have any national safeguarding policy that will spell out how the relationships and how students might even conduct themselves in schools. It's in most cases you see that it is as a result of a practice that has been handed over right from the colonial days till now, or conventions that people have used in their schools. And if you look at most of the schools, for instance, you realize that discipline is not uniform. Schools use their discretion to determine the way and manner they administer discipline. And that, for me, makes it a bit difficult for us to issue a blank check to think that we cannot allow our children to be in a certain form. We can only do so when we have a policy in place determining how discipline should be. And that policy should also not violate the right of children to education, or it should not be an impediment to the enjoyment of their right to education, or no children should keep their hair. It's not just a decision that can emanate from one person, but it should be a decision that is codified, and it's part of our safeguarding policy that is guiding our schools, so that we can all wait to see whether or not it is violating the right of children or not.
Bright Appear is the Executive Director of Child Rights International. The Ghana TVET service has suspended the heads of 3 technical institutes for allegedly collecting unauthorized fees during admissions. The affected heads from Aguna Swedru Technical Institute, Aguna Swedru Technical Institute, Sunyani Technical Institute, and Medina Technical Institute were cited for imposing unapproved fees, including admission, boarding, and PTA-related charges. The service says such practices violates the government's free TVET policy and undermine efforts to ensure fairness and accessibility in technical education. Investigative committees have been set up to probe the allegations, while regional directors have taken over the management of the affected schools. Now, the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAG, has threatened to embark on a nationwide strike if the government fails to implement the National Labour Commission's arbitral award by the end of October. CTAG says the government's continued delay in honoring the binding decision of May 23 has left tutors frustrated. The award was meant to address compensation grievances among tutors in the country's 46 colleges of education. Now speaking to Citi News, National President of CTAG, Maxwell Bunu, said government has until the end of the month to address their concerns.
All members of Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAG, are not happy with the way the current government has adopted a listless attitude towards implementing the remaining components of our arbitral award. We are informing the government that by the end of this month, if our outstanding issues have not been resolved, we would advise ourselves. We also serving notice to the National Labour Commission that this message is a strike notice, and if by November 7th our issues have not been resolved, we will embark on a full-grown strike, and no lecturer will step his or her foot into the lecture halls to teach. The issues we are talking about here include our all year round work compensation for additional duty performed in the year 2022. We also referring to our book and research allowance arrears for 2023-2024, which was supposed to be paid together with that of 2025, and that has not been done. Then our 2022-23 book and research allowance.
Maxwell Bunu is the National President of the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAG. Academic activities have today resumed at the Garu DA Primary and Junior High School in the Upper East region. The school was closed on Tuesday, October 21, following an attack in the area that led to the death of the head teacher, Mr. Bukari Yaya, and 3 others. Mr. Yaya was allegedly shot while attempting to guide his students to safety after hearing gunfire. District Chief Executive for Garu, John Abare, tells Citi News that calm has since been restored in the area following the reopening of school. This is still the Citi Prime News, live from a studio at Adabaka in Accra. Still ahead, patrons and exhibitors commend Citi FM and Channel 1 TV for a well-organized maiden edition of the Northern Business Fair in Tamale over the weekend. Stay with us.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck, or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you, or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number, or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you are abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for staying with us. To some of the stories now. 5 persons, including a radio presenter, were shot when unidentified gunmen attacked a residence in the Binduri district of the Upper East region. 3 victims, including a 5-year-old child, died instantly, while 2 others, including the Max Empire radio manager George Bukari, sustained injuries. Residents suspect the attack may be linked to the protracted Boko conflict. A man is feared drowned after his canoe capsized on the White Volta at Daboya in the Savannah region early Monday morning. The victim, identified as 40-year-old Razak Simon, was reportedly alone when the incident occurred. According to NADMO's North Gonja director, Abdul Rashid Yamusa, Razak had just ferried a group of farmers across the river and was returning when his canoe overturned. Search efforts are currently underway to retrieve the body.
I had a call from one of my deputies in Daboya.
Okay.
That hours of this dawn, a boat, one of the paddlers
Okay.
carrying passengers from Daboya to the other side of the river
Mm.
towards Tamale,
Okay.
had a successful journey, but on his way back, the boat capsized,
Mm.
and the paddler with the canoe was not where to be found.
Wow.
And as we speak now, the rescue team is on his search, looking for him. So
Okay.
that is what just happened. So it is just the paddler and the canoe that is involved in the accident.
Okay.
No other passenger is in part of the canoe. He's one of the paddlers from Daboya.
Abdul Rashid Yamusa is the director of the North Gonja District Office of the National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO. Now, the Timpani District Director of the National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE, Martin Mumuni, has called on the government to call the military operations team in Boko to order following the alleged killing of a mentally challenged man. He claims that some military personnel allegedly stormed the victim's family home in Daduri, a suburb of Boko, on Tuesday and shot dead a mentally challenged Burkinabe asylum seeker after failing to find any combatants. Speaking to Citi News, Martin Mumuni urged the government to investigate the matter and ensure justice is served.
My sister is in a serious trauma. A woman, you bust in more than 30 soldiers, everybody pointing gun at her, claiming that a drone directed them to that house, that people ran in there with guns. Where are the guns when they searched the house? They should bring the guns out, and they should bring those that the drone directed them out. Yes, I want to call on the minister, the acting minister for defense, the presidency, and the parliamentary committee on defense to get up and bring these reckless military people to order. That is never their duty. Their mandate is not to come and be killing people in their rooms. That is not peacekeeping. That is not peacekeeping. I have never heard that soldiers will come for peacekeeping. There is a problem. They will bring them and they will be moving from room to room, shooting people.
Martin Mumuni, Timpani District Director, National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE. Former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has joined many Ghanaians in commiserating with the family of former First Lady Nana Konadu Rawlings, who passed away last week at the Ridge Hospital. The 2024 NPP presidential candidate, who led a delegation of former government appointees to the home of the late former First Lady, described her passing as a great loss to the nation. Let's now go to the home of the late Nana Konadu Rawlings, where Citi News' reporter Fauzu Masudu joins us with more. Thank you for joining us, Fauzu. What else can you add?
Hi, Caleb. If you can hear me, so since last Thursday, when the passing of the former First Lady was announced, a number of notable figures have been visiting her residence in Accra to commiserate with the bereaved family, and today was no different. A while ago, the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, was here to perform similar function in the company of former government officials. But Dr. Baumia and that former government official delegation were not only people present, we also have the former sports minister and other members within the country's sports administration also present. In fact, they just exited the place. That's Kofi Adams, the sports minister, and what have you. also a delegation from the Mensha Palace, we understand, will be visiting very soon.
Many thanks to you for those updates. Fauzu Masudu is my colleague here in the Citi newsroom. Now, Chairman of Parliament's Communications Committee, Dr. Abednego Bandim, has assured the public that the Cyber Security Amendment Bill will undergo thorough scrutiny before it's passed into law. The minority had earlier described the bill as a dangerous precedent that requires reconsideration. Now, speaking to Citi News, Dr. Bandim dismissed suggestions that the bill is intended to stifle free speech or unfairly target stakeholders in the cybersecurity sector.
I mean, Parliament is not here to make laws that would gag the people, that would not inure to the benefit of the people. We are here to enact laws that will govern and protect the ordinary citizen and make the society a better place to live. You understand? So if we don't do it with the mind that we have the public interest at heart, it will affect the very reason why we are doing some of these things.
As a committee, if there's need to engage other actors within the cybersecurity space on these amendments, will you consider?
Definitely, because look, if the ministry brings the bill to us, we will first want to know whether they have thoroughly done stakeholder consultation. If we are not satisfied with the stakeholder consultation, we will ask them to go back and do stakeholder consultation, because it's very, very important.
Dr. Abednego Bandim is the chairman of the Information and Communications Committee of Parliament. Now, sponsors of the maiden Northern Business Fair have expressed satisfaction with the success of the two-day event held at the Aliyu Mahama Sports Stadium in Tamale. Organized by Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, the fair attracted hundreds of exhibitors and visitors. The sponsors say turnout and participation exceeded expectations, describing the event as a major boost for entrepreneurship and economic growth in northern Ghana. We'll bring you a report capturing the highlights of that shortly. But this is the Citi Prime News coming to you live from our studio here in Adabaka in Accra. You're listening to us across the country. In the western region, we are live on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky Power 93.5 FM, both in Takoradi. In the Bunu region, this is Greener 95.9 FM Sunyani. You're listening to us live in the Ashanti region on Adrimpa 99.9 FM in Carrier. In the Volta region, hello to you on Heritage 107.3 FM Hohoi, Freedom 88.1 FM Sugakopa. In the northern region, this is Radio Gaki 88.3 FM in Saboba. We are live on Quality 88.7 FM in Garu in the Upper East region, and Mike 105.3 FM Navrongo, both in the Upper East region. In the Northeast region, this is Nobia 98.1 FM in Nalerugu. Let's stay up north and bring you that report that captures the essence of the Northern Business Fair over the weekend.
From hand-woven smocks and share-made beauty products to locally processed foods and innovative tech solutions, the fair transformed the stadium into a vibrant marketplace of creativity and enterprise. For many, it wasn't just a trade exhibition, it was a celebration of made in Ghana excellence, bringing together small and medium enterprises, startups, researchers and artisans from the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East and Upper West regions. Among those pleased with the outcome was the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, a sponsor of the event. Senior Export Development Officer Joanna Abombisa described the partnership with Channel 1 and Citi FM as a valuable opportunity to promote Ghanaian products to a wider audience.
We are sponsored about 20 SMEs that are here. Yes, and some were captured with a GSM, so they are all here to showcase their products. And so we are grateful for you to come all the way from Accra to Tamale here to showcase our local products here to the world. And our people are so happy. So we pray that it should continue sponsoring them or coming every year so that our products will also be exported outside the country.
The Ghana Enterprises Agency also commended the initiative. Regional Manager Bukari Mohammed noted that the fair provided a rare opportunity for local businesses to showcase their work.
You can see from the participants, at least they are eager to be part of this program. Other people are even coming, asking to be allowed to be part of this exhibition. So it is our wish. And for us as Ghana Enterprise Agency, it's one of our core mandates is access to market. To be able to at least provide an opportunity for producers of various products to market their products, to be able to have access to international and local markets. Okay, so we would wish that exhibitions like this are organized annually.
And for EcoBank, the event offered more than visibility. The bank's Tamale branch manager, Isifu Adams, said the fair gave EcoBank a direct channel to engage clients, promote its services, and empower entrepreneurs with access to financing and advisory support.
EcoBank, as you can see, is the headline sponsors of this program. It shows our commitment to the growth and sustainability of the SME in this country. So we are proud to be associated with this first Northern Business Fair. So at EcoBank, we believe that SME is the engine of growth of this economy, and we are proud to be associated with this program in that it gives us the platform to be able to finance more of these SMEs, to grow them to a level that they can be more sustainable in this country.
Meanwhile, some exhibitors expressed excitement about the exposure and connections the fair provided.
Yeah, this trade fair is something that has really promoted my brand, and there is a lot of people who have come by to see the product and have really shown interest in it. So if such a program like this is happening often, then I'm very sure that it's going to promote our products to go very, very far.
We are much grateful to Channel 1 TV for this event. This event has been grateful and a supportive one. It has linked us to a lot of opportunities, customers, and we hope that it will continue. It will not end here.
Some patrons also commended the initiative, calling for it to be institutionalized as an annual event to further boost local trade and innovation in the northern regions.
But personally, I think what has been done is a call in the right direction, because people are here, they are enjoying themselves, they are picking up things that hitherto they wouldn't have been able to get, on the market. So for me, I think all in all, this particular fair is worth it.
I'm from Bolga. Okay, I'm a doctor there. And I heard about the fair from a friend who told me about it. So I came to town to check it out. It's been lovely. The people are nice. The reception was good. And I think it should be sustained.
You heard there some patrons of the maiden edition of the Northern Business Fair 2025, powered by Channel 1 Television and Citi FM, proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and supported by Caxstone Records. The judge presiding over the case of former Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund GIIF board chairman Professor Christopher Amir Kumfi has warned that the trial will continue without him if he fails to appear with a lawyer by Wednesday. Justice Audrey Kosivite issued the warning after his counsel failed to show up, explaining that his new lawyer Yao Boafo had not completed registration. The prosecution, led by Chief State Attorney Sefa Kobache, expressed frustration, noting that their first witness was ready to testify. And that's how we end today's edition of the Citi Prime News, which came to you live from our studio at Adabaka in Accra. Many thanks for listening. My name is Caleb Kuda. There is more news when you log on to citinewsroom.com. Good afternoon.
Citi News, we speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302-224959 and get interactive on Facebook, Citi 97.3 FM, and on Twitter at